Hello again, traveler. Couldn't resist another tale from the kingdom of Kriegeland, I see. Well, I am in ample supply. Welcome back to another adventure in the kingdom of Kriegeland. We find ourselves looking over the campsite of two very familiar faces, Bruce Springclean and Ghorna the half-orc. You guys have found yourselves in the woods. Ghorna and Bruce Springclean, you have decided to travel east together because you're both leaving the kingdom of Kriegeland at the same time, going the same direction. So you decided to cut across an incredibly ancient and old and very wilderness level forest. And so you guys are probably a few days in and a few days lost, but you found yourselves camped at a nice little pond side retreat. The night sky is out over the pond, but the dense canopy around you is super, super dark and thick. And when they call it the Great Ebonwood because when night falls, it's basically like being in a cave. So.
Okay. Yeah. So, Christine was very great, enchanted kind of forest, loving it.
Yes.
Out in nature.
Yes, out in nature. You guys are doing the old wilderness trek.
All right, Bruce. Ghorna not understand. Ghorna paladin, Bruce paladin, but Bruce no worship Zarel. There is only Zarel.
Well, I hate to argue with a guy like you, but there's actually a whole bunch of gods, and I know that your expertise kind of lays starts and ends at the edge of an axe there, but there's actually quite a big world beyond the head of your axe that's out there, including a whole bunch of gods. They all represent different aspects of the world, and they all play a very important part in our day-to-day life. Not just Zarel. Thank God. Good God. Great choice for you. There's other ones, though.
Right. Zarel the best.
Zarel the best.
Zarel best for you. Zarel best for you.
Right.
That's a permanent up for debate question about the Pantheon in general. Which god is the best? So Bruce is gonna run by his basic knowledge of the Pantheon of the world we live in. And he will
unfortunately, Bruce is piloted by someone who is not 100% sure of that information. So
yes.
Take it away, DM.
Yes, we will actually go over that as well. There is kind of a 13th profile. So the world of this is the world that your characters live in is called Khalistan. The kingdom of Kriegeland is one of many nations and kingdoms and areas and settlements and whatnot within Khalistan. So when the forming of Khalistan happened, there was essentially a group of gods that came together and they created an ancient alliance to form the world that you live in. So the Pantheon itself is known as the Triniad. And that represents the three clusters of gods that work in harmony. They are the gods of light, the gods of foundation, and the gods of darkness. So we will go over them because Ghorna needs a rehash of everyone outside of Zarel, since so far Zarel just blesses him, quote unquote, with the ability to crush enemies with his axe. He says he's a paladin, but I don't know. So we have Methandis, the Holy Light. Methandis is a lawful good god, the god of sun, light, peace, and hope. His symbol is a golden sun with 7 points ending in a jewel of each color of the rainbow. and his favored weapon is known as the Dawnbringer. It's a morning star. Methandis is the god of goodness, healing, service, and spiritualism. He's considered the patriarch of the gods. His worshippers include the common man, good clerics, paladins, and kings. During the formation of Khalistan, Methandis married Andara and created humans to preserve the cosmic balance of good versus evil. Good versus evil. A common theme in the story of heroes. For what is good, if not impotent without evil? What is a story without a villain? And what are we striving for, if not the knowledge of both in the cosmos? Continuing with the gods of light, we have Unessa, the mother of life. She is the chaotic goddess of nature, birth, flora, fauna. Her symbol is a rearing white unicorn overlapping entwined twin roses. And her favored weapons are the war thorns, the daggers. Unessa is a kind and loving goddess and the creator of the life cycle of Khalistan. Nature, greenery, animals, and the realms of the wild are her domain. Unessa's ultimate creation are the sentient ancient races of elves, gnomes, and halflings, who are her primary worshippers. Druids, rangers, and what I call them Phaelocks, because they're not really warlocks when you're an archfey warlock. So Phaelocks are the ones that take her as like a patron deity.
Makes sense.
Then there is Parmidas. Parmidas, the Lord of Knowledge, the neutral good god of society, discipline, understanding, and progress. His symbol is a leather tome with a diamond bejeweled lock. His favorite weapon, the Scroll of Knowledge, is a quarterstaff. Parmidas is the god of the mental realm. Scholars, good wizards, and benevolent nobility are among his chief worshippers. Locked in his domain of unending study, Parmidas grants power and knowledge to those with the skill to seek intellectual expansion. During the formation of Khalistan, Parmidas married Fleli to appease the cosmic harmony, which suited both deities greatly, as they rarely require each other's company. And finishing off the gods of light, we have Zurel, Ghorna's lady, the sword maiden. Lawful good goddess of retribution, strategy, protection, and judgment. Her symbol is a gleaming silver sword on a blue war banner. Favored weapon, tribunal, the great sword. Zurel is the goddess of justice, defense of the weak, and total destruction of evil is her sworn oath of action. Zurel has no sentient creations of her own, but all are welcome to follow her command in the name of good. Her followers act as the guardians and soldiers in service to the followers of Methandis. Her worshippers include good fighters, paladins, and clerics. Her brother, Zargile, is her arch nemesis, and their followers engage in unending warfare. Any questions so far, Ghorna? Okay.
He's gonna get confused.
I look at Kyle like, any questions, Ghorna? It's like, oh, I'm good. The gods of light, life, justice, knowledge, excellent ideals, trying to make their way in a world controlled in the foundational principles of the elements. Alright, so now we move on to the gods of foundation. So these are the gods of the four elements as well as other realms within their thing here. So Braxion, the king of mysteries. The lawful neutral god of energy, magic, philosophy, and riddles. His symbol is a pair of yellow eyes peering from a ball of blue and red fire. His favorite weapon is the searing tongue, a whip. Braxion is the god of elemental fire. He is a haughty deity that revels in the control and manipulation of his favored creation, the arcane. It was Braxion that brought forth the studied magics to Khalistan that allow wizards and others to have access to such power. Wizards, sorcerers, and magical scholars are his primary worshippers. Braxion considers himself the chief rival of Parmidas, as they often engage in cosmic debates of knowledge and understanding. Then we have Calthun, the Iron Father. Calthun is the lawful neutral god of mountains, caverns, architecture, craft. His symbol is a gray stone gauntlet clutching an iron rod. His favorite weapon, the Everspike, a war pick, is Calthun is the god of elemental earth. He's a creature of dedicated workmanship and construction. He is the creator of the dwarves, and of the dwarves of Khalistan, and his followers include masons, blacksmiths, and tradesmen. In the formation of Khalistan, Calthun begrudgingly married Sherenth to balance the cosmic alliances. This has led to Calthun and Sherenth's followers battling for earthly wealth. Then we have the goddess of water, Cisnea, the queen of the deep, the neutral goddess of seas, navigation, moon, and stars. Her symbol, a silvery full moon bracketed by cresting waves. Her favorite weapon, Tide Rake, the trident. Cisnea is the goddess of elemental water. She is a master of the oceans and creator of the life within. Sailors, fishermen, and coastal towns often worship her as their primary deity. Cisnea prefers to remain neutral amongst the gods despite the antagonism of her sister, Sherenth. And then the final god of foundation, the goddess Fleli, the Wandering Duchess. She's the chaotic neutral goddess of storms, exploration, agriculture, passion. Her symbol, the silhouette of a beautiful woman amongst stormy clouds and blue ribbons of wind. Her favorite weapon, the storm cutter. It's a scimitar. Fleli is the goddess of elemental air, a whimsical and fickle goddess. Fleli rarely establishes organization amongst her followers. Prayers to Fleli typically beseech favorable weather. She is the patron of travelers, merchants, farmers, bards, and romantics. Be ye warned, for the forces of darkness are ever prevalent. The gods of darkness. We have Zargile, the Prince of Blood, the chaotic evil god of chaos, destruction, revenge, and slaughter. His symbol, a rusty, blood-drenched battle axe over a red-spiked black shield. His favorite weapon, Gutmonger, the battle axe. Zargile is the god of war and ruin, blood, battle, and death. Battle, blood, and death. I guess those are fine to switch. Blood, battle, and death are his only prayers. His sentient creatures, the orcs, trolls, and goblins, live for destruction and turmoil. The followers of Zargile and Sherenth often tentatively work together to appease both their lusts for battle and pillage. Warlords, evil fighters, and barbarians often take Zargile as their patron deity. And that little segue of battle and pillage leads us to Sherenth, the mistress of thieves, the neutral evil goddess of apathy, avarice, piracy, and trickery. Her symbol, a woman's hand cuffed in purple silk, clutching a pile of gold coins. Her favorite weapon, Lifestealer, the rapier. Sherenth is the goddess of greed and thievery, a creature of envy. Sherenth's power is bolstered by the antagonism of the other gods, especially her sister Cisnea. Rogues and pirates often take Sherenth as their patron deity to invoke her blessings of luck in their raids or heists. Her priests will steal and collect monetary wealth and lock it away great hoards of treasure to be lost to history as a donation to Sherenth's domain. For Manicus, the Worm Father. Alignment, chaotic evil. He is the god of demons, cancers, vermin, and blight. His symbol, an open, cracked, bleeding mouth filled with black spider webs on a brown square. And his favorite weapon, the filth tendril, a flail. For Manicus is a twisted and vile that's a hard word. Let's try that again. For Manicus is a twisted and vile amalgamation of nature's darkness. Disease, rot, and perversion are his domain. His children include giant insects, slimes, and the demonic hordes that dwell with him in his abysmal pit he calls home. His followers are leprous priests that devote their reduced mortality to the spreading of plagues, disease, and the destruction of nature. For Manicus is loathed by all deities, including those within his own alliance. He has no known spouse nor sibling and exists as an aberration in the cosmic harmony. And so that brings us to the 12th and final known god, we should say, Bruce, known god. And that is the final god of darkness, the goddess of darkness herself, Andara, the Black Empress, the lawful evil goddess of undead, tyranny, secrets, and darkness. Her symbol, a laughing skull with human eyes crying tears of blood over a red triangle. Her favored weapon, the night harvest, a scythe. Andara is the premier goddess of darkness. She rules over her deistic alliance with ruthless cunning. Although co-creator to humans, Andara's thirst for power and control led her to corrupt the arcane and create necromancy. Through a profane ritual combining the immortality of vampirism and elven kind, Andara gave birth to the slavishly loyal race known as the Dark Elves. So, that's something to note. In Kriegeland, Akalistan, and in this world, unlike regular D&D lore, Dark Elves are spawned from necromancy meeting elven immortality. Andara's insatiable need to control and enslave all existence often pits her secret networks into open warfare against the other gods. Evil wizards, necromancers, evil or blackmailed nobility, and secret societies are her primary worshippers. And so you know of the gods of Khalistan, Ghorna, Bruce told him, as they both quietly chuckled to themselves by the firelight. But what they did not know was that they were no longer alone. The question is, where does the power that Bruce wields come from? He claims to gain power from a god of accidents known as Day. Perhaps a 13th profile? Some sort of strange aberration to the cosmic harmony? Nothing that anyone's heard of, though his power does seem to be quite real.
It's true. I was able to last the longest against you, but I feel like that was more a choice of target rather than my own.
It could also be because you happened to vanish partway into the fight.
That was part of my plan the whole time.
That was your plan. All right, so you got.
What? Why wouldn't it have been?
That's right. So you guys are chilling there, and Bruce gives another rundown of the gods, and Ghorna, you probably recall some of that from your, the occasional temple classes you made it to between your training sessions on the melee yard.
I actually have knowledge religion.
Oh, good. There we go. Okay.
But I like that.
But all your information is pigeonholed. It's just all Zarel.
Yeah, it's just all Zarel.
You have knowledge
I
Zarel.
love it.
All right, so you guys are chatting by the fire and talking about the gods and whatnot, and then you both hear a low, kind of deep chuckle come from the edge of the woods, off to the side of you guys. And a voice, kind of a deep chuckle. And you hear a pretty deep voice kind of mutter something out loud. In a language that I don't know if either of you speak. So the question is, do either of you speak Draconic?
I speak Halfling and Common.
Sorry, Ghorna, did you what was yours?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I speak with Orc and Goblin.
So something mutters to itself in Draconic, and you guys notice and kind of perk up a bit. You're both still wearing your armor and have your equipment readily on hand, I'm going to say, for the sake of this next little bit here. But so then the voice kind of then calls out a little bit in Common and says such fools you are to believe in your false gods. And something steps from the shadows of the edge of the tree line into the opening of where the kind of the pond is next to you guys. It has the poise and grace and the footwork of a great cat, but a green, scaly, horse-sized reptilian body as it stomps its way through into the clearing. It thrusts out its great wings and it peacocks its chest. And the green dragon before you calls out and says, "Come then, false believers, and show me all, or I will show you the godly might of the draconic." And a young green dragon has decided to ambush you in his woods.
Oh.
Roll initiative.
Alrighty then.
And because of this, I'm so excited. Because we're fighting, because of what you're fighting, I get to rarely, in a relevant way, use my giant green D20.
Purple D20 it is. No. So that one. This is solid metal. It's too heavy.
All right. Well, I guess
you want red or green, Kyle.
I'll be green, I guess.
Nope. Now you're blue.
Okay.
Well, I started things off great with a 4, so all of his bluster. You guys, actually, I want both of you to roll an insight after you roll the.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I matched you with my 4.
Oh, I got a 5 because it's +1. So you're worse than me, Bruce.
Yeah, because mine's -1, so it's a 3.
Excellent. Ghorna, what did Ghorna get?
Ghorna got a 5.
Hey!
I got a 4.
Wait, doesn't Ghorna have a -1? Yeah, so he's a 4? Oh, so the dragon with a 5? Wow, okay. Well, that's actually a great start, because I rolled a 4, got a 5, and I go first. So he did, so even though he took all that time kind of, blustering up his chest and kind of swaggering towards you. You can tell this is a very it's a young and very boisterous dragon, and he's
talker.
Yeah, and he wants to make an example of you guys, and he keeps muttering to himself in Draconic, but since neither of you speak it, you'll just have to deal with him. But either way, he does actually get to go first somehow. So
because I thought we were gearing up for an intellectual debate. That's my story, and I'm sticking to.
That's right. You guys were about to get into it. You just started. Now you're like, and now with my god, on top of that, and then this green dragon. I figured, if we're gonna play Dungeons and Dragons, how often do people actually get to fight dragons? It's not very often. So let's get right into a dragon fight, and let's see if these two paladins. Let's see if their gods are with them. So the dragon gets down on his four clawed legs, and he just bull rushes forward straight at the half-orc. And he's going to rush in and fly a little so that he gets to you guys as you're getting up. There won't be any surprise rounds or anything like that. You're up and ready, but he's right already on top of you. And he is going to bite claw at Ghorna. Ghorna, what is do you have a 19 AC?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, bite. I got a 9 + 7, so that's 16, so that's a miss. So he bites down and clamps on your shoulder pad, and you're able to stick your arm up enough that it he clamps onto you, but it doesn't do any damage. Doesn't get through. He claws at you for a 20, and then for a 26. So he grabs onto you with the bite, is able to pull your arm away, and then he kind of rends up a little bit, kind of uppercuts you a little bit with some claws. Gets in there.
Okay.
So you don't have any damage resistances or anything, do you? Okay. So So I'm just going to roll all the damage together. It'll be, because it's 2 claws hit, it's going to be 4d6 plus 8 damage. Oh my goodness. That is 3 1s and a 2. This guy is not really bringing the fight so far. So that would be 5 plus 8, 13 damage, Ghorna. Eat it.
Okay.
Yeah. And now you both go on a... Well, I guess it's technically Ghorna as a 4, and then Bruce... Bruce, I recall you saying something about how your dice's mojo was better and how everything was going to be okay.
I said your dice didn't have my mojo. I didn't say that mine would be any better. I just said
I see. Okay. All right, Ghorna, you have a green dragon right on top of you, biting and clawing. But you are like you're uninhibited from taking whatever actions you want.
What do you, Ghorna, do?
Oh, that actually reminds me, and I'll give you an extra one. Both of you get 1 inspiration for recapping the gods as paladins, but I'm going to give you one for that, really. I'm going to give you one for the Ghorna joke, too. So take 2 inspiration, Bruce, and Ghorna take 1.
Okay. I'm trying to think like what the best. What's the best thing for me to concentrate on right now?
Oh, I wish I had vicious mockery because I have some sick burns that I would totally like to throw out.
You are allowed to taunt your enemy while doing other magics or attacks.
I'm gonna do that regardless. I just wanted it to actually hurt him.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
I'm gonna cast a
Block
second
himself.
level.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna cast Heroism at 2nd level and target both Bruce and I.
Okay.
So at the start of each turn, we get 4 hit points, 4 temporary hit points,
4?
and and we can't be frightened.
Oh, nice. Okay. And that's a concentration spell?
It is concentration,
Okay.
up to a minute.
So as long as you're concentrating on that, you guys go ahead and take 4 temporary hit points right now.
Right.
Cool.
And then at the start of every turn, that just refreshes.
Yeah. So like the first time you get hit each turn, just -4 from it.
Yeah. Hey, that's not bad. Is that an action, that spell, or a bonus action?
Yeah, unfortunately that's an action, and I think I don't have a whole lot. I can't cast another spell.
Other than like Misty Step, right? But
Yeah,
you
there's
don't.
like a
But you don't need.
couple-
You don't need to like get away from him or anything. So.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just call it there.
Yeah.
All right, Bruce.
All right. I'm going to pick up my mop and my bucket, and I'm going to step forward and say, "That's it. Let me show you what a real god can do." And I'm going to yell at my mop and imbue it with magic. I'm going to cast magic weapon on my mop.
Nice. That's a level 2 spell, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you now have a +1 mop and... Well, I guess just I almost said mop and bucket, but it is just the mop that's magic.
Yeah, it's just the mop that's magic, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so Bruce calls out to Day and says, like, Day, light my way. Bay. I'm not sure what your prayer sounds like to the god of accidents, but your broom starts to glow with holy might.
Yes.
Is there any other actions for you to take, or any other thing you want to do?
The casting time on magic weapon is a bonus action, so I still have...
Oh, so you can crack-a-lack him with it.
I'm going to go straight in with the... I have 2 attacks, so
You do.
let's just go for it.
Smack 1, smack 2. Here we go. He has a 18 AC.
Okay.
A young dragon's scales are equivalent to plate mail.
Okay. Well, that first one, I'm not gonna say that one hit because I rolled a 3.
Okay. I'm also not gonna say that hit.
Yeah, I think that's safe. I think we can call that safely as a miss. And then on the second attack, 17.
That is a miss. So you run up with your holy might and you like quunk quunk, and you like the nice hollow wooden sound just clanks on his scaly like elbow, and he looks down and just starts like ha 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 ha. He starts chuckling at you because clearly you're like a joke to him.
Well, I'm a joke to me too.
It's his turn. It's his turn, so he's going to he's gonna bite. He'll bite Ghorna again, and he'll throw a claw at Bruce. So bite, claw Ghorna, claw Bruce. Just he's there hitting his arm. He may as well slash him. So I'll start with the slash on Bruce because you have the highest. You have a higher AC, don't you? Don't you have a 20?
I have a 20.
Whew, okay.
I am a tanky little halfling.
Uh-oh. It's not a crit. Don't worry. I did hit, though. Okay, Ghorna. That's a miss on the bite. Dang, dude. Your plate mail is holding up, but it is a hit on the claw. So, I'm going to roll 1 damage. Both of you take this. 7 plus 4. Both of you take 11 damage from a claw. But he's still trying to, like... He's like you're wrestling one arm off of his like teeth and mouth with your like armored like shoulder pad, Ghorna, and he can't quite like get a hold of you. So
remember to -4 from the hit.
Oh yeah, and then you have 4 temporary hit points. So really take 7 damage. Yeah. Okay, it's Ghorna's back to you.
I will cast Channel Divinity. And I will do Sacred Weapon, so it becomes a +1 weapon, and I get to...
And you get your Charisma to plussing to hit?
Yeah.
That's so good. Is that also an action?
It's an action.
Okay.
So for my bonus action...
You're warming everything up. I was going to say, you don't have anything that you can heal with on a bonus action or anything, right? I guess neither of you are probably all that hurt yet.
No, I have a strategy with D&D, no healing until you fall down.
Okay.
Yep.
I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Oh,
okay. It's a bonus action to cast, and it's not concentration.
Okay. So you're just going to summon a, like, spiritual greatsword next to you to also fight?
Yeah, and I wonder... is it 3rd level you can cast it at to do more damage, or does it have to be 2 levels above it?
No, it's just 1. It should just be 1 extra dice of whatever it is above.
Okay.
Oh, you're casting a spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
It's an evocation.
Is it? Is spirituation evocation?
Spiritual weapon is an evocation school.
Okay, so because you cast a evocation spell within 10 feet of Bruce, I believe that makes his wild magic surge go off.
It activates my aura of wild magic, which means we need to roll a d20, and if he gets a 5 or lower, then wild magic surge happens.
Oh, how much? I'll roll the d20. What is it I have to roll?
5 or lower. 5 or lower triggers wild magic surge.
I got a 3.
Oh, all right. Now roll a d20. Let's see what wild magic just happened.
Okay, you do the next d20.
All right, I'll do it. All right, here we go. 9. A clone from another multiverse appears next to you. It will copy your actions until the end of your next turn, and then it vanishes.
A clone of you?
Roll I was the one that triggered it, so I say clone of him.
Oh, okay. So there's two. So for your next turn, Ghorna, or I guess for your next. When does it say it goes off at the end of when?
Next turn.
The end of your next turn. So
Okay, that's fine. We'll say it goes off on the end of Gorna's next turn then, because that's what we're saying. So Gorna, on your next turn, there's two of you, and he's a clone, so he also has the spiritual weapon.
Okay, well then, both spiritual weapons will attack.
Oh, sorry, I meant he's got the sacred weapon going, because he's the clone. So you have two Gornas and a sacred weapon next time.
Okay. Sounds good.
But that is the end of your
the spiritual weapon attack as
a thing when it first comes in, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So spiritual weapon is a bonus action, by the way.
It's a bonus action.
Does it do it's like a spell attack, or is it like a?
It's a spell, and then when you cast it, you do an attack within 5. If something's
right. So what's its so roll a d20 for its attack then, Drew.
And I get +7.
Okay, roll a d20.
So we want an 8 or 11 or better.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. I missed.
Bruce?
My dice are normally just only good at killing player characters.
Perfect. I appreciate that you brought them then. All right, Bruce, it's your turn.
Okay.
Well, so real quick, just to recap that. So you cast a spell, Ghorna, and like this weird flash of magic, like you feel it like kind of like pulse out of you, hit Bruce, then come back to you, and then suddenly there's like another of you standing there, and you both like look at each other for a second, like like. But you can definitely go to town on this next turn with everything just attacking full strength. Anyway, Bruce.
So Bruce is going to purposefully Wild Magic Surge.
Okay.
As a bonus action. Because I really want the chaos to go full tilt here. I cast the spell Chaos Bolt at a creature of my choice with my highest level spell slot. Oh, I just cast a second level Chaos Bolt.
Oh, nice.
At the
what is Chaos Bolt?
was just looking at that. I just had it. It doesn't help. Pull it up. I think I rolled 2d8 to determine the damage type. Let's see.
It's like a random damage.
Yeah. Oh, so I have to roll a hit. I have to roll the hit first.
Yeah.
And then I determine damage type.
But you get to cast that without using a spell slot, right? Basically, it was like a free second level Chaos Bolt.
I don't know if it's free. The details are a little bit light.
I feel like if the random surge makes you cast a spell like as one of the options, I don't feel like, because you could just choose to cast that. It seems like it wouldn't burn the spell slot. That would be kind of the point. Is like you get a free Chaos Bolt.
That sounds great to me.
That sounds
Okay. I rolled a 16. My plus to hit is 5.
Okay, so you hit with it for sure. So
Sweet.
Roll to determine the damage type first.
Yeah, we rolled. Let's see. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type as shown.
Oh, so on one of the 2d8s, you get to choose one of them for the damage type.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Sense. I like that spell. That's fun.
Yeah. I'm going to go. The blue one here is going to determine the damage type here.
Does it say to choose the dice, or after you roll, you determine one of the results?
Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines.
Yeah, so I think the idea is you essentially get like 2 options every time unless you roll the doubles on the d8s.
Okay. Yeah, and if I roll the same number on the d8s, the chaotic energy leaps to a target different than the creature of my choice. So it's just it has a chance to like.
So if you roll doubles, then instead you're hitting Ghorna.
No, I get hit. I get to hit the guy and Ghorna.
Oh, good, yeah.
Let's see. I've got bad news. I rolled both sevens.
So Ghorna, is that so? Please tell me that's poison damage.
Psychic.
Dang it. Okay. Because green dragon, that's the only immunity the green dragon have. So it'd be so ironic that you throw a poison bolt at him. It doesn't do anything, but also still hits Ghorna for some reason.
No, poison is option number 6, so I was almost there.
Whew. Okay. Psychic damage.
So I rolled. Yeah, psychic damage. I rolled 2 sevens and 2 fives, so 24 damage.
Okay.
Um,
Does that mean
that was my
Ghorna
bonus
also
action.
takes 24 damage?
uh,
Does it say a creature of your choice?
It says creature of my choice.
Oh, okay,
so
okay. So
I'm
it's just
say,
you get like if you get doubles, then you can hit another extra target without it having to hit him. Okay, that's good. Okay,
we're gonna hit a tree.
24 psychic damage done. We are back to the top of the round, so both of you get your.
Oh, no, that was my bonus action, good sir.
Shoot, never mind. Okay, go ahead. Are you swinging again then?
Yes, sir. 14 plus 7.
That
21. Okay. And I'm using the quarterstaff stat blocks for my mop.
Yeah.
So roll a 4 plus 1, so it's 5 damage plus strength modifier, so 8.
Okay.
And then second attack with my mop. 17, so 18 to
18
attack
hits.
on that.
No, 18 hits. That's his AC. So.
Oh, cool. 7 damage there.
Okay, so 15.
Big turn for me.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we're back to the top of the order. Both of you get your temporary hit points back. The 4 temporary hit points for heroism.
Nice.
I won't make you do it because I forgot. But if you take damage again, make sure you do a Constitution saving throw, Ghorna, to keep concentration. And okay, so now you hit him with a few random things, and Ghorna has yet to like do anything because Ghorna just keeps standing there like casting spells and chanting prayers and like building up all this power. But now there's like 2 of them, so the dragon kind of like he's like looking kind of like wary. So he's gonna switch over and he's gonna do bite claw against Bruce entirely.
Oh.
Okay, bring it.
Bite is a big fat natural 1, so he bites into like a tree stump next to you and like gets stuck.
Yes.
And he got a 1 on the claw too, so so I'm gonna make sure he hit with his other claw, but because he got 2 nat 1s on the others, I'm gonna say like his own claw got in the way. So he like tries to tackle into you, and you like do the perfect little halfling little like side, like cartwheel that you do out of the way, and he like slams into your guys' like campsite and is like tearing apart like a tree stump that he thinks is you. And then he kind of like looks down, looks back at you guys, and like you can tell like there's a little bit of like embarrassment, like oh. Ghorna. For this turn, there are 2 of you, and you have your spiritual weapon.
So I'm gonna twin spell Toll the Dead. So I'm basically gonna cast Toll the Dead 4 times.
What's that spell do?
He's already damaged, so he takes 5th level or higher, 2d12 every time the spell's cast. So 2, 4, 6, 8d12.
So it's like, does it do like, is it like a saving throw or?
Yeah. So he has Wisdom save of 15.
Okay, 4 times.
4 times, yeah.
So the two Ghornas both do their like sorceress like nonsense to be able to cast 2 spells, and so 4 spells go off, gong gong gong, as these like angelic bells just start like lighting up around him and like freaking out. Okay, so I have to roll 4 wisdom saving throws. And what's the save on it? A 15?
15, yeah.
Okay. That's a fail.
Confusing.
Success, is it half damage on a success?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Fail. Fail. Man, this big green dice is not very good. Good thing it's for this one green dragon, and I'll never use it again.
What's the spell, Kyle?
Toll the Dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it
That's a good
Toll?
one.
T-O-L-L?
Yeah, TLL.
Yeah.
And he's hurt, so he takes D12s instead of D8s. So
So is that...
on
Is
that
it-
one, is it all or nothing? So if he succeeds, then he doesn't take any damage, or is it half? Do you know, Drew?
It's so I'm looking at the spell right now, and if he saves, then no damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So 3 of them went through.
Yeah. Will someone roll 6D12 for me?
I got it.
Or no, you got it. Okay, go.
It's 2d12 per level?
Yeah, per cast.
Per cast. Okay. Did you upcast them at 3rd slot or anything? Or there's already...
No, it's a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
so okay, because that's... I see. That's why it's 2d12 now. That's pretty cool. Okay, here we go. 6d12. What kind of damage?
Necrotic.
Okay. Well, I didn't roll anything less than a 6. And I got 2 10s, so this looks pretty good. So, 32.
Oh yeah, that's all the damage.
So you did 48.
Okay,
Boom,
perfect.
boom,
And then
boom, boom, boom. As this, like, these, like, weird magical bells just, like, ring out, and he, like, cries out, like anger, pain. And he is not a happy pappy, as it were. Do you have anything else to do on your turn, Ghorna?
Yeah, my bonus action, I will have the weapon attack.
The spiritual weapon attack? Okay, so roll a d20 to hit with that.
I rolled a 15.
That should hit. Okay, and is it
2d8 plus 4.
2d8 plus 4? I got those two for you. So 4 plus 4, so 8 more damage. Oh man, 8 more damage. Okay, so you did 56 total damage with just magic. It wasn't even like cantrips. It wasn't even like your big great axe.
No.
Woo! All right.
Love it. Thank you, Chaos Magic. Woo woo.
Yeah, that.
More of that.
Okay.
I'm going to cast more evocation spells in front of you.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, because it always goes well. I'm sure that's a good idea. Bruce, it is your action.
Don't worry, foul beast. When I'm done with you, I'll clean up the mess, and no one will remember, and no stain will be left of your filth. And I go in with the mop again.
Eat glowing. It's like pine glow is the name of your mop right now.
So that's 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Yep. And with this hit, I'm going to go in with a Divine Smite. I'm going to use a 2nd level spell slot for that.
Okay, so that would be 3d8 extra damage.
Yes, sir. I'm not. Ghorna's not the only one that can lay down some pain.
That's right.
Eight, 15, 18. That is 22 damage on that hit.
Okay.
And then one more swing with the mop. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that misses. That's a 14.
Okay. The you can see that the young green dragon looks pretty like not worse for wear. Like he looks like he's been pretty like he looks rattled. He's kind of like shaking a little bit inside, and you can tell how like mad he is. So we're back at the top of the round. Make sure you guys refresh any of the temp at HP.
Okay.
He's gonna go ahead and fly up like straight. He's gonna just try to cruise like 20 feet in the air, and as he's taking off, he's gonna breath weapon down upon you guys. The breath weapon. The signature attack of all dragon kind. To spew forth raw elements from one's draconic organs. Amazing.
Well, we get attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, the spiritual weapon and the mop wielder get it.
I don't. I'm right next to him.
Oh, I guess that's true. I kind of imagined because he like dove into the thing we were talking about. But yeah, you're right. Okay, he's gonna accept the attacks of opportunity from all of you to get up into the sky because it's right now it's worth it. So
Okay.
can the
Gonna
spiritual
do it.
weapon take an attack of opportunity, or is that even something it can do?
I don't know. It sounds awesome, and I want it to do it. But,
That's all right. I'll say it can. That's fine.
okay.
I don't think it can, but
Sure it is.
I don't think so either.
you guys are on a high right now, so.
Who you roll first, Drew?
Dr. Google says spiritual weapons don't get attacks.
Doctor.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but it's awesome.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
It's great. Oh, okay. Who wants to go first? I guess Ghorna goes first in combat, so we'll just take attacks of opportunity.
What's your plus
first.
to hit now? Is it like a 12 or something?
Yeah, it's 12.
Mine's not 12, so good for you. I rolled a 2.
Oh no!
No, you're nice.
Crunk!
My dice were doing good, but
His tail like
good
smacks
no.
your like great axe like out of the way of its arc, like on his way up, like.
Man.
And now your spiritual weapon. 4.
Hopefully you hit it.
Clink, clink.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll go for it. Forever. 4 is that.
So no.
Yay.
Okay, so he does a very excellent like defensive like thrash about, kind of spins around and like knocks you all like a little bit off balance as you're trying to like take a swing in. He flaps his really big heavy wings, big gusts of air as he like pulls up into the air, and as he goes down, he just absolutely like. It kind of like looks and sounds and smells and feels like he's puking all over you, but it's really just like hyper thick green poisonous gas that just billows out of his gut, and it just drenches the entire like shore area around you guys. The two of you will need to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, okay. I'm surprisingly resilient. So that's not as detrimental as I was fearing.
Well, you haven't gotten to the dice yet.
The dice say 18.
18 is a success. What about Ghorna? Ghorna, what's your con saving throw? +2?
+2. The saving throw, yeah, +2.
Let's see. I rolled a 4. Here's the thing, though, and something that I excel at here as the wonderful halfling that I am. I have bountiful luck.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and trigger that for Ghorna over here.
You could trigger that for others?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that just...
No, never mind, because it only works if he rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah, it's only for 1. That's right. Okay, Ghorna, so he failed. Do you want to use your inspiration to re-roll that, or just take the full damage? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll.
Okay, re-rolling. Pick a different D20, I swear.
And what'd you get?
Another 4.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
man.
all right. So, his poison breath weapon does 12d6 damage. I'm gonna roll it. Ghorna's gonna take full minus the 4 temporary hit points, and Bruce, you take half minus the 4 temporary hit points.
I want to cast Silvery Barbs with my reaction and re-roll again.
Oh, okay. Before I count the damage, I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Doesn't that give you advantage on your next swing too?
Yes.
Well, he's up in the air.
I know.
You gonna Misty Step onto his back?
Got to.
Got to. Did you roll a 4 again?
Oh, come on. What the heck?
3 4s in a row. Well, I'm sorry. That's as many like amounts of like try agains as you could possibly give you, and the game did not like it.
Mathematically, that shouldn't be possible.
Okay, so the breath weapon's total damage is 47. So 23 against you, Bruce.
-4, right?
Yeah, -4 for the temp for heroism. Also, Constitution saving throw for your concentration on that heroism.
Yes. What do I have to get?
Isn't the DC like half the total damage? Or...
Yeah.
So you'd need to get you basically need a nat 20. Roll a d20 for him, Drew.
Stop rolling for me, Drew.
You want me to roll? I'll roll for you.
Come on, man. This isn't possible.
Come on, 4 4s. It's destiny.
Hey, look. I didn't make this D20, okay?
Okay. Alright, let's see it.
It's sabotage.
I also didn't make the last D20. I rolled a 13.
Okay.
That's
it's still not good enough because of the damage. So, heroism's gone. No more temporary hit points. What are your guys' hit points at?
I have 70 hit points left.
17.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's your turn, Ghorna. And soon the green dragon would learn a lesson familiar to us all, including our friend Richard Resplendent. A lesson learned at the edge of a great axe.
I mean, I got a Misty Step on his back.
Okay, so you kind of jump into the air and then disappear and then suddenly appear and you're on top of him and he looks like you feel his neck and back rear up and he's like, what the? This is it, Ghorna. This is for all the marbles.
Okay, advantage.
You have advantage. Is there anything else you can apply or any other things?
There's some stuff I can use if I miss.
Okay. Alright, roll 2 d20s for him. And
you got it.
Take the highest. If one's a 20, he's going to do such damage.
I have a 13 and a nat 20. I don't want to disturb it, but
she got it. The dice giveth and the dice giveth or taketh away.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch it now.
I got you. I believe you. That's awesome. I mean, it's with advantage, and you got 3 4s in a row. Something was coming.
Okay, we gotta use a
Third level smite, right?
Third level crit, yeah.
Okay. So
So
that
what
is 8d8
and 3d12.
and 3d12. Okay, so actually, just for the sake of fun, I'm going to introduce, this is kind of a homebrew rule I use when playing D&D. It will never happen in Contest of Champions when people are playing each other, because that we try to like stick to the rules as hard as possible. But I actually have a thing about like, you can confirm, you roll, so if you roll a natural 20, you've criticaled. It's a guarantee. But you get to roll another d20. And if it's another 20 on top of that, then it's a double critical.
Okay. Well, here I'm going to gather all of my d20s, and then Kyle can choose which one he's feeling lucky with.
We can see if we can see if you can double up on this already ridiculous damage that you're about to do.
Okay.
But and then just so everyone knows, if you then rolled a third, you'd roll again, and if you roll a third 20 in a row, then it's an automatic one-hit kill no matter what you're fighting, even if it's the last boss of the game.
Okay. What d20 is calling to you?
I don't know. Just pick one of the ones in the middle. And let's
one of the ones in the middle.
Yeah.
This one is directly in the middle.
Okay.
11.
Okay. All right. So 8d8, 3d12.
Yes.
Whew, here we go. And the d12s, if I get any 1s or 2s, I can re-roll them.
Yeah.
But everything else, there's no re-rolls or anything? Okay.
I'm pretty sure Great Weapon Master doesn't apply to smite dice.
Right, no, it doesn't. Well, I got a 12 and an 11, but a 3, so that's the one. So
all right.
Still, that's good. So 26.
D8s too.
36. Let's see. 36 plus 6 is 42. 42 plus 7 is 49. 51. 57. 60. 71. 73 total damage. Kaboom! Okay, so you appear on his head, and he rears back.
Add 5 to it.
Oh, add 5? Was 70, so 76?
Yeah.
Okay. He is still alive. So what happens is, you land on his back, you teleport in, and you land on his back, and he rears back like, what the? And you just come striking right down, and this big glowing blade hits him right in the eye. Cuts through, smashes his face, he roars, and he starts to do a barrel roll in the air. If he somehow makes it out of this, his eye will have a permanent damage, a giant scar across it forever from the ultimate smite of Ghorna. But in the meantime, it is currently Bruce's turn.
Bruce.
All right. I'm gonna throw caution to the wind. I'm going to Misty Step up there too.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go for an attack with my mop.
You see his one good eye flare up with complete and utter dread as these two, what seemed to be heavily armored paladins that he thought he was going to just be able, they were tough, I'll fly away and just start breath webbing. Suddenly you guys are on top of him in the air as you both appear in like a misty swirl of magic. All right. 2 strikes, right?
Yep. First one, I rolled an 8 plus 7.
So
I don't think I hit that one.
15 is a miss.
Come on, get it.
Come on. All right. I rolled a 16 plus 7. I believe that hits, good sir.
That is.
And I'm going to go with a Divine Smite and use a first level spell slot for that.
Okay, so that's 2d8 plus your weapon damage.
Yes, sir.
If you roll exceptionally bad, he might live through this.
Yeah.
And if I had any more second level spell slots, I'd be using those.
I
But
understand.
I'm all right. Alright. 9. 9 plus 6 is 15 plus 3 is 18 damage.
Okay. His one good eye flares up with fear as you suddenly appear above him. And he's like, he calls out like, no, 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 as you like crash into his head with another like exploding smite, and his head like whips around, and you can tell like his neck breaks, and there's like blood pouring out of his face and his bad eye. And he starts to spin and fall, and you guys kind of like ride him down and like land into like the side of the pond. Not all the way in deep into the pond. It's not a very deep pond anyway. You crash into a very wet landing on top of a dead young green dragon. Some things to note here. Congratulations, gentlemen. Excellent kill. First of all, that was challenge rating 8. You guys are 2 level 8 characters, which proves that the challenge rating system is complete garbage. Second, you get the benefits of there's a common thing that especially young dragons do, but dragons will do it in my world, where there's a spell that dragons use a lot. It's not a very commonly used spell, but dragons like it because it creates a way for them to carry around their favorite parts of their hoard with them. But basically, they can create like it's like a bag of holding, essentially, but it's like a spell version that he keeps on him, and it only disables when he dies. So you guys land in like this wet heap of dragon bone and flesh, and then there's a swirl of energy, and suddenly there is just gold and silver coins raining out of the air upon you, and artwork and statues, and some magic items as well. You guys find several thousand gold and silver, some artwork. You find a cloak of protection, which is +1 AC, +1 saving throws, and a +1 longbow.
Ooh.
And Bruce and Ghorna, as you start pocketing things and you come to the realization that this is the end of a crazy night, what do you guys have to say to each other?
I wondered why Day sent me out here, and now I see. It was to meet you and get this wonderful treasure so I can finally build Day a beautiful chapel that I don't know if Day is male or female. Now that I think about it. Never told me.
Well,
anyway, the chapel will be beautiful.
Just don't include any of that detailing in the chapel itself, and you'll be fine. Ghorna smash, Ghorna the Dragon Slayer.
Oh, Ghorna can't stop critting.
That's true. That was a fat crit. He's taking that cloak of protection, isn't he?
Oh,
never gonna crit him down.
Okay. So after you guys finish camping, you gather up what loot you can, and Ghorna and Bruce spring clean wander through the woods off into the horizon to adventure as they see fit in the world of Khalistan. A dragon slain, a treasure found, and a friendship forever forged amongst the gods. As always, everyone, thank you for coming and watching an episode of Heroes of Kriegeland. If you would like to join in the adventures, go to hokrpg.com, and all of the information is there. Thank you all, and good night.